Station on Iowa Catholic Radio. The legend lives here.
Clark underneath, scoop shot up, it's good, the basket will count. How did she do that?
Kind of good to get back in my groove a little bit.
Rebound Dowling, Ellie Muller, pass to Tritton, to Zedeker, back to Katie Muller for three, up good.
This is Maroon Nation.
Pull up jumper, good. Dowling takes the lead.
They're battle tested. One of the things that makes Dowling special is everything we do is hard all day. These guys are always challenged.
He shot at the horn, no good, and Dowling has won it. Dowling has won it.
Dowling Catholic High School basketball is on the air. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Fast Signs, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, Iowa Wealth Management, and Bosun the Florist. Welcome to the Maroon Pregame Show. Here's Mark Amadeo.
And a very pleasant good evening, and welcome to the Dowling Catholic High School gym in West Des Moines. Friday night, Central Iowa Metro League High School girls and boys basketball. And it's Class 5A girls, and two of the top five teams in Class 5A doing battle. Second-ranked Waukee Northwest and third-ranked Dowling Catholic. That is game one. Game two, third-ranked Waukee Northwest and fourth-ranked Dowling Catholic. I got it all down. Mike Burkert, welcome to the program. Welcome to the final girl-boy doubleheader of the CIML season, because next week everybody starts going their separate ways. That's the Journey song, going your separate ways. Well, we do after tonight, but this is a dandy, and what a way to conclude the regular season. The conference season, Mike.
That's true. You're right. After tonight, or going into next week, everybody starts 0-0. So you just have to win, about 5 games to win the state. So, and you're right. There are two very good basketball teams playing tonight, both in the boys and the girls games. But in the girls game that we're talking about now, you've got the number 2, Waukee Northwest, number 3, Dowling. They played each other earlier this year. It was a 3-point game. It was really came down to the final 2 possessions of the game, where Waukee was able to play what they needed to get done, or get what they needed to get done, and Dowling just wasn't quite able to finish it off. But both teams have been playing very well. Obviously, with the records that they put together against the schedule that they have, both teams have played outstanding teams from out of state as well as in the conference.
To prepare themselves for what happens next week, and for Dowling and Waukee Northwest girls in 8 days, because they play a week from tomorrow night. They get a first-round bye on Wednesday, where all the teams that have play-in games will play on this coming Wednesday. Dowling and Waukee Northwest wait till Saturday, and they're both in separate regionals, and we can talk more about that because those just came out yesterday for classes 4A and 5A, and of course the CIML teams are all 5A, so we'll talk more about that. But getting back to this game, the first matchup, as you mentioned, a month ago today, January 13th, a Tuesday night over at Waukee Northwest, and the Wolves got their first ever win over Dowling in girls basketball by defeating the Maroons 43-40. Maroons had went 9-0, won their first 9 games. Waukee in their 5th year as a school, and the Maroons have gotten every game until a month ago. And it was Sam Powell and the Waukee Northwest girls with the win. And you look back, and I know I kind of broke that down a little bit. I had way too much time in my hands, I guess. But
I guess we both did.
But the one thing, everything was pretty even for the most part.
Yeah.
Dowling out-rebounded Northwest by 12, 30-18. But the big thing was turnovers. 10 turnovers for Dowling and just 2 for Waukee Northwest a month ago.
Yeah, that was critical in that game. Again, and when we talked about when Dowling plays Johnston plays Northwest. You know, in the big games, it's all about possessions. You've got to make sure that each possession counts. You're only going to get so many. You're not going to have any 99, 98 games.
Right.
You're going to have games that each possession is critical, and you got to make sure that you take care of the basketball and get a good shot and keep the other team to just one shot.
And the Maroons did all the right things except execute, as you mentioned at the end. They even made more free throws than Waukee Northwest attempted, and that's another part of the top 5 things, the keys to a game. Lack of turnovers and shooting more free throws. The other team attempts. Both teams shot 34%. Maroons made one more three-pointer than Waukee Northwest, out-rebounded them, but yet it came down to those turnovers, and you go and start making this stat up, points off turnovers, there's a difference in game right there. All it takes is one or two turnovers, and that was the difference in the game in game one.
That's true. You're right. Dowling out rebounded them offensive rebounds 10-3, which was a critical factor, but you've got to be able to put those back. If you said the shooting percentages were almost identical for both teams all the way through, and that was indicative of the score it came down to. It was a one-point game, in the last minute of the game, and they got outscored 4-0. Dowling did in the last minute. So,
well, both teams don't have much of a bench that they utilize. Waukee Northwest, they will go with two players off the bench predominantly in this contest. Victoria Burbo is one of the young ladies who will come off the bench, and we will see Grace McMahon. Didn't see her in the first meeting, but she will also come off the bench along with Leah Janu-Leverage, number 14. So that's basically the substitution pattern. Waukee Northwest will bring two, maybe three off the bench. For Dowling, they will at least bring two off, Tess Carmichael and Olivia Meredith, but the minutes just dictates the game. The starters are going to probably go a lot of minutes for both teams tonight, and rightly so, because both teams are going to have 8 days off, so you can run your starters the whole game if you need to.
That's correct, and I think last time, if I remember correctly, Logan Vogt got in foul trouble early for Waukee, if I remember correctly, and that's when you talked about Victoria Burpo. She came in and did a nice job in defending Ellie Muller.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be, again, fouls are going to play a part for either team because, Waukee Northwest has, a 6'2", 6'3", 6'2", kids that they can bring in and at least put hands in somebody's face where a lot of teams haven't been able to do that.
Well, Waukee Northwest has won 6 in a row. Their only loss during that stretch to the number one team who hasn't lost in 2.5 years, and that's the Johnson Dragons. Dowling has lost to Johnston twice and to Waukee Northwest. That's their 3 losses on the year. And the Maroons come in, on a pretty good winning streak. They won 6 out of the last 7 games since their loss to the Waukee Northwest. And so it should be a great game. We'll talk a little bit about, we got about a minute here. I'm going to go through the bracket. Dowling knows who they're going to play. They are in Region 3 in Class 5A. And they get the first round bye on Wednesday, February 18th. That night, Lincoln will take on Marshalltown in Marshalltown. The winner of that game will play Dowling on Saturday night, February 21st. That's a week from tomorrow night, 7 o'clock right here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. The other side of the bracket has Waukee at Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Now, Waukee has a 7-0 advantage over Kennedy in previous games. They did not play this year, but the Warriors have dominated that series. Waukee comes in with a record of 6-14. Kennedy, ranked 14th, comes in with a record 11-9. So the winner of the Dowling versus Lincoln Marshalltown game will take on the winner of Waukee and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. So that's the bracket Dowling has to do. The Maroons are the number 1 seed, so they'll have the home court advantage if they can protect that. For Waukee Northwest, Coach Paul, I just talked to him a little bit about it. They will face the winner of either Des Moines North or Linn-Mar. Those two teams meet on Wednesday, February 18th. The winner plays at Northwest next Saturday, February 21st, 7 o'clock. That winner will play the winner in the bottom bracket, Pleasant Valley and Bettendorf. Bettendorf, the number 15 team, hosting Pleasant Valley, a state tournament and a state championship team. The last team to knock off Johnston, by the way, was Pleasant Valley in the 2024 state tournament. So that is the bracket that Waukee Northwest is in, and Coach Powell liked his draw.
I think I would agree with his assessment of that draw.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back with our starting lineups, and Mike Burkert will have his keys to the game. It's Dowling and Waukee Northwest, Girl Boy doubleheader. We're at the Dowling Gym. Place is starting to get packed. We are also going to be simulcasting tonight with CISN.TV, uploaded to the YouTube. So keep that in mind. We'll be simulcasting our broadcast, our audio with them. 105.5 FM. Iowa Catholic Radio here in Central Iowa alongside Mike Burkert. I am Mark Hamadale, back with more pregame and starting lineups after these messages here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Wealth Management, a fee-only investment advisory firm helping clients grow and protect their wealth, offering personalized investment strategies as well as financial and estate planning. Learn more at iowawealth.com, committed to creating peace and purpose in your finances.
Programming supported in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951 with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, online at skeffingtons.com. Thank you, Skeffington's Formal Wear, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Have you downloaded the Iowa Catholic Radio app? It's easy through the Apple App Store on iPhone or through Google Play on Android. Search Iowa Catholic Radio and download the app. You can listen to Iowa Catholic Radio Talk or Iowa Catholic Radio Music. Listening to Iowa Catholic Radio is easy.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School Gym here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale. Glad you could join us tonight. The final Friday night of the regular season of the CIML as the girls and boys teams go their separate ways after night. And game one is Dowling Catholic taking on the Waukee Northwest Wolves. And we'll start with the starting lineups for the Wolves. And head coach Sam Powell, in his third year at Waukee Northwest, 45 wins, 21 losses, 18th year overall. He coached at Des Moines East before that, 298 wins and 109 losses. He spent 15 years at Des Moines East. He's assisted by Ben Dewey, Trent Smith, Ty Walsh, and Francis Nagusi. And the Wolves come in with a record of 15-4, ranked second in Class 5A, averaging 61 points on offense, giving up 43 on defense. They'll start at point guard. Romy Croat, a 5'9 junior, averaging 14 points, leads the team in scoring, and she'll wear number 32. The other guard is Vanna Billick, a 5'8 senior, averaging 10 points, headed to Winona State, and she'll wear number 22. At one forward, Sadie McCann, a 5'10 sophomore, averaging 13.5 points, and a captain. She'll wear number 12. And the other forward is Logan Boat, 6'2 junior, averaging 5.5 points, leads the team in rebounding with 5.5. She'll wear number 24. And for the Wolves at center, Cassidy Danberg, a 6'1 junior, averaging 3 points, 4.5 rebounds. She'll wear number 34. So Croat, Billick, and McCann are all three captains for this Wolves team. And they're followed in there with Vogt and Danberg. Off the bench, we expect to see tonight for Waukee Northwest, Grace McCann, a 5'9 freshman, wearing number 0. Leah Janu-Leverage, 5'9 junior, wearing number 14, possibly off the bench. And in the post, as Mike mentioned, Victoria Burpo, 6'2 sophomore, averaging 7 points, 4.5 rebounds for the Wolves, who come in winning 6 in a row since their loss to Johnston. And now for Dowling Catholic, the head coach is Kristen Meyer in her 10th year, 184 wins, 61 losses, 75% winning percentage, 16 years overall. She's assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Faber-Francis, Tom Donahue and Lisa Morrison-Smith, the JV1 coaches, and Jonathan Vanderall and Logan Greiner, the JV2 coaches. The Maroons bring a record of 17-3 into the contest, ranked third in 5A, averaging 16.5 points on offense, giving up 40 points on defense. They will start at point guard, captain Katie Moeller, 6'2 junior, averaging 17.5 points. She'll wear number 11. The other guard is captain Maddie Rice, 5'8 senior, averaging 5.5 points, wearing number 25. The third guard is Adrian Sears, a 5'10 freshman, averaging 7.5 points. She'll wear number 31. And the fourth guard is Nikki Moeller, 5'11 freshman, averaging 6 points. She'll wear number 21. And at center, captain Ellie Moeller, 6'3 senior, headed to the University of Missouri next year, leading scorer and rebounder, averaging 17.5 points and 12.5 rebounds. So that is the tell of the tape for both teams. As we get set, Mike Burkert, quickly some keys to the game before we go to our break.
Yeah, I think Dowling, we talked about, needs to limit their turnovers and handle the pressure. We talked about the turnovers from the last game. They need to recognize the defenses and attack accordingly. Expect a little bit of a zone coming out of Waukee Northwest. They need to rebound, block out. They had a rebounding advantage in game one. They need to limit the second chances and attack offensive rebounds. And it's going to come down to a game of possessions. They're going to have to make sure that they make those count.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll have Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, and our pregame prayer with Father Reed Flood. And we'll be back with Dowling and Waukee Northwest from the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Reed Flood. Let us pray together for the coaches, players, and trainers for this athletic competition this evening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask that you bless all those involved in this athletic competition this evening. We ask that you keep them safe and that they show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Sebastian, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
As a mom, I'm glad my son plays school sports. It's where he has fun with his friends. He contributes to the team. Oh, and he stays out of trouble. Otherwise, he'd probably be in his room by himself, having way too much screen time. School sports give him a place where he belongs and doesn't feel alone. And I am so thankful for that.
Support your school's athletic programs and the impact they have on entire communities, especially our students. This message presented by the IGHSAU and the Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Father Adam Westfall from the Diocese of Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
High School Gym in West Des Moines. Final girls and boys basketball doubleheader in the CIML of the season before both teams head their separate ways for the postseason. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale. Glad you could join us as we have Roman Wilkham, our studio producer for Iowa Catholic Radio, back at the Iowa Catholic Radio studios. And directing our program tonight, we appreciate the folks here at with CISN as they have done a great job as we kind of piggyback with them on some of the broadcasts. And our thanks to our camera operators tonight, Marion Bailey and Samantha Nord, and our thanks to Aaron Bandy, who is our director tonight. So we appreciate them. Waukee Northwest on the court. They're in their road black uniforms with blue numbers and white border, and Dowling in their home white uniforms with maroon numbers and maroon letters. And we're underway. Dowling going right to left. You're watching on Iowa on CISN. Headed to the south basket, and that is Katie Muller with it. Underneath the basket, gets over in the corner to Maddie Rice. Rice now tied up, now out to Muller. Katie with it. Gets in the corner. Now Rice dribbles baseline, tries to get underneath, and the ball is knocked out of bounds off of Waukee Northwest. Mike Burkert with 11 on the shot clock. Maroons with the ball underneath.
Yeah, Waukee has come out in a very aggressive man-to-man defense, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handler, making it difficult for Dowling to get their passes in.
All right, here's Sears with it, dribbling baseline, puts up a shot off the glass, left it short, ball slapped around and rebounded by the Wolves. So the other way we go, Waukee Northwest in the front court, and that was Romy Croat with the rebound. Now they run their dribble weave. There's Danberg with the handoff to Billick. Now she hands it off to Croat. Now they kick it up top, a long three up, in and out, no good, and a rebound Dowling on that miss by Logan Vogt. Dowling with the ball, they work it into Ellie Muller, right elbow. A power dribble in the lane, shot off the glass, no good, and a foul on Vogt. So the Maroons attacking the glass early. And the first foul of the ball game on Cassidy Danberg, and free throws for Ellie Muller here, Mike, as Dowling attacks the glass.
Yeah, Dowling got, they spread the floor out that time effectively to keep the pressure off the ball. We were able to get the ball into Ellie and drew the foul.
First free throw no good, second one on the way, good. So the Maroons take the early lead, 1-0 over Waukee Northwest. The Wolves with Sadie McCann, Vanna Billick, Logan Vogt, Romy Croat, and Cassidy Danberg, the five on the floor. Here's Croat. Dribble handoff. Goes to Vogt. Now they work underneath. A shot off the glass. Good by Billick. Ivana Billick with the first basket gives the Wolves a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, she was aggressive, taking that right at Maddie Rice for the shot.
Dowling with the ball. Nikki Moeller now to her sister Ellie at the free throw line. Ellie, little scoop shot underneath, good. As she went right around Danberg for the basket.
And that was a nice offensive move. She got to the top of the key, made 2 dribbles and scooped it in.
Croat with it for the Wolves. Here's McCann with it. Sadie working the right side, coming off a ball screen by Danberg. Won't use it. Now goes to the free throw line. We get over to Vogt. Logan down the lane. Layup with the left hand. Good. Nice move. Logan Vogt headed to play volleyball at Iowa State. And nice little left-handed move there. 4-3 Waukee Northwest. Now Dowling the other way. A shot off the glass. Good by Sears.
Right now, both teams seem to be attacking the basket. Nobody's really shot the ball much from outside.
Adrian Sears, the freshman, with the basket, and now a shot in the lane. It's no good by Croat. Ellie Muller with the rebound. Dowling 5. Waukee Northwest 4. Now corner 3 by Maddie Rice, up and good. Maddie Rice with her 23rd made 3 of the year gives Dowling a 4-point lead, 8-4, the largest lead thus far for either team tonight with 5:15 to go first quarter.
That was an important shot for her to hit. They need to find that third scorer, and if Maddie can provide that from the corner on the 3-point, that's excellent.
And now the Wolves dump the ball in on the short corner, and Villick can't handle the pass, and it'll be Dowling basketball off the turnover as Cassidy Danberg will check out of the Northwest lineup. And she's replaced by Victoria Burpo for the first time tonight. Number 50, a 6'2 sophomore we talked about on the pregame. Burpo averaging 7 points, 4.5 rebounds, does have 12 blocks. Dowling with the ball. Here's Sears with it. Dowling with 12 in the shot clock. Katie Muller coming off a ball screen by her sister. Gets it to her sister, Ellie Muller. Top of the key for 3 up. No good. And a rebound, Croat. And Northwest. Now in transition, Billick with it. Picks up her dribble. The ball tipped out of bounds. They say it went off of Logan Vogt to be Dowling basketball. Wolves had a great opportunity there, Mike, and just couldn't execute it in that low post.
I know it. They need to be a little patient there. They might have had a better opportunity to get the ball inside.
All right, Dowling with the ball, leading by 4 at the 4:20 mark. Now underneath, Ellie Muller, off-balance shot. It's no good against Burpo. Rebound, Wolves. Here's Croat with it in the front court. They bounce underneath to Burpo, and her shot up and good. Nice job by Victoria Burpo, the 6'2 sophomore, with a reverse layup.
Yeah, she got down the floor. Ellie kind of stumbled when she got her shot up, and it was late getting back on defense, and Waukee Northwest found her for the layup.
There's Katie Muller going against Vogt. Now they work on the left block to Ellie Muller. Turns in the lane, and she travels with the basketball. That'll wipe out the basket. 3:49 remaining, first quarter. 8-6, Dowling Catholic with the lead over Waukee Northwest. Both teams number 1 seeds in their respective regionals. Waukee ranked second, Waukee Northwest rather, ranked second. Dowling ranked 3rd in the final rankings for Class 5A during the regular season. Wolves with it. Here's Croat, a catch and shoot. Top of the key for 3, and it's good. Romy Croat with her first 3 of the night, and she's got her 27th of the year, and the Wolves take the lead by 1, 9-8. That's the 3rd or 4th lead change tonight. Here's Muller underneath, layup good. She got around Burpo that time for the basket. Ellie Muller with her 5th point.
Yeah, that was a nice quick move that she made, and again, the underhand scoop right by her.
I think the first step was a big key there. Once she caught the ball, she was already making that step and pivot with that left foot from the right block. So Dowling with the lead, 10-9, another lead change, and now the ball goes out of bounds. On the pass over to Logan Vogt will be Dowling Catholic basketball as Leah Jania Leverage checking in, number 14 for the first time tonight. So we've seen Coach Sam Powell go to his bench early here in this first quarter. Grace McCann may get in as she is scheduled to be part of that rotation. We'll see. Dowling with the ball underneath, beautifully posting up Ellie Muller and getting the pass from Maddie Rice with the assist. Muller with her 7th point.
That was a nice set that they had. They did a low baseline screen for Ellie coming across and got the pass from Maddie. able to lay it in.
Dowling by 3, 12-9 over Waukee Northwest. 2.5 minutes remaining first quarter here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and simulcasting with CISN. Dowling has yet to get their bench involved. They made the next dead ball. And now here is McCann for 3, and the ball was partially blocked in the hands of Dowling and Ellie Muller. Here's Katie Muller dribbling baseline. Double team, kicks it back out to Rice. Over to Sears, catch and shoot for 3, and it's good! Rolled around and fell through. Sears with her 19th made 3 of the year, and Dowling out to a 6-point lead, their largest of the night. With the 2 minutes remaining, 15-9 Maroons.
Yep.
Now the Wolves working inside it. Yep. And the ball's tipped out of bounds. We got a 30-second timeout called by Sam Powell and the Waukee Northwest Wolves. With a minute 53 remaining first quarter, Dowling 15, Waukee Northwest 9. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale. As I want to recognize some of our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and with us all season long, they include Bows and the Florist. By the way, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Bows and the Florist, bozen.com. Get your orders in, guys. Ashworth Vision Clinic, Iowa Wealth Management, and Construction Professionals. All right, Mike, we'll turn it over to you. Your thoughts on this first quarter? We got about under 2 minutes remaining.
I think Dowling's done a nice job of finding the open person, setting some nice screens for Ellie to get to the basket. And their defense, they've stepped it up. Waukee's had 3 turnovers in their first 10 possessions, which has been untypical of them. So
our officials tonight, Chris Lynch, Tyler Brady, and Michael Joensen for this girl-boy doubleheader. Wolves inbound the ball. Jania Leverage works the right side, guarded by Rice. Gets it out top to Vogt. Logan with it on the dribble. Now gives it back to Billick. Dribble handoff to McCann. Sadie with it. Now back out to Vogt. Logan down the lane, turns, spins, guarded by Katie Muller. Can't get the shot off. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McCann with it. They scoop it over to Burpo for 3, and it's no good. Rebound Ellie Muller and Dowling. Dowling bringing in Tess Carmichael, number 33, 5'7" sophomore, averaging just over a point and 1.5 rebounds into the contest, wearing number 33. Sitting down is Nikki Muller. Now here's Ellie at the right elbow, and she is fouled by Burpo, and that is her first foul, and that'll be team foul number 2 on the Wolves with 68 seconds remaining. Dowling with the ball. Mike, out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a foul I don't think Waukee Northwest really wanted. That was just contesting the pass at the top of the key.
And now Katie Muller's pass is deflected and stolen away by Logan Vogt. The Wolves the other way off the turnover. Logan with it, looking right, now throws left. Over to Billick on the baseline, now dribbles in the lane, spins, shot up and good. Nice move by Billick. Ivana Billick headed to Winona State.
That was a nice spin move to her left and left-handed layup off the glass.
She has 4 points, lead Waukee Northwest in scoring. 15-11, Dowling by 4, and the basketball going right to left in front of us. Now in the corner is Rice. Maddie dribbles baseline, gets it over to Carmichael. She'll launch the 3, good! Off the bench, Tess Carmichael with her 4th made 3 of the year. And the Maroons increase their lead to 7, 18-11, their largest lead of the night with 15 seconds remaining. Shot clock turned off here in the final stages of the first quarter. Here's Jania Leverage for 3. It's no good. And a rebound, Ellie Muller. 5 seconds remaining. Muller with it. Right side goes down underneath, and a shot up and good against Burpo. Ellie Muller scores at the horn, and she has 9 points. And we've come to the end of the first quarter here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines. Our score, Dowling 20, Waukee Northwest 11, in this battle of 2 of the top 4 teams in Class 5A. Back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com.
The Catholic Tuition Organization, your sponsor today, supports worthy students wanting a Catholic education. Gifts to CTO are first monies applied to tuition expenses in the Diocese of Des Moines. That means other sources of support will go further. Donations to CTO earn a 75% Iowa tax credit. If you give $1,000, you receive a tax credit of $750. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
The Diocese of Sioux City and the Mars All Saints Parish invite you to the March 21st Men's Conference with keynote speaker Dr. Ray Arendi and Bishop John Keener. Register today at scdiocese.org/men's conference.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines. Friday night, girls and boys basketball. Waukee Northwest with the basketball first, and they turn it over. Steal by Tess Carmichael, who had a three-pointer right at the end of the first quarter. Dowling leading 20-11. The Maroons 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the first quarter. Waukee Northwest yet to score. And now the Maroons attempt a shot. It's no good, but Tess Carmichael gets a start in the second quarter. Offensive rebound and a brand new shot clock for Dowling, Mike.
Yeah, she's giving them a nice spark off the bench here, both offensively and defensively. Usually it's on defense, but hitting that three was huge.
Here's Maddie Rice, three-pointer in the corner, no good. Ellie Moeller, offensive rebounder, put back up, left it short. Ball slapped around and into the hands of Northwest as Billick comes away with it. Now a corner three, in and out, no good by Logan Vogt, and a rebound Dowling and Ellie Moeller. 20-11. Dowling's largest lead was at the end of the first quarter. Moeller underneath. Her shot up and no good. Good defense that time by Cassidy Danberg. Danberg and Burpo have been rotating on Ellie in the post. And now in transition, pull-up jumper good by Vanna Billick. And that is her first three-pointer of the night, and she has 7 points. That's her team leading 37th made three. And it's 20-14. Dowling Catholic by 6 over Northwest. Maroons in the front court, right to left in front of us. Here's Carmichael over to Katie Moeller. Wolves stay man-to-man. Get it to Ellie Moeller, this time guarded by Vogt. They rotate it over to Carmichael, and now to Katie Moeller. Pull-up jumper from 15 on the baseline, no good. Fight for the rebound, and there she is. Tess Carmichael with the offensive rebound. Over to Maddie Rice, a catch and shoot. Three, it's good! Maddie Rice with her second made three of the night. She's got 6 points and her 24th of the year, and Dowling up by 9, 23-14, matching their largest lead here, Mike.
Yeah, it's been interesting. You've got almost 10 minutes into the game, and Katie Moeller's taken 2 shots and hasn't scored, and they're up by 9 points.
Billick launches a three, missed everything but the backboard. Rebound out to Dowling. Maroons by 9. The Wolves come in with a 6-game winning streak after their loss to Johnston, and now a long three, no good by Ellie Moeller, but offensive rebound. Dowling and Katie Moeller. Shot clock did not reset. Here's Katie with it between the circles, guarded by Logan Vogt. Now they work the right elbow, get it over to Ellie Moeller, who this time is on the baseline. Now a long three by Katie Moeller, no good, and Ellie Moeller goes up and pulls it in and draws the foul. So an offensive board, I think 2 of them right there, Mike, and a foul on Logan Vogt, her first. As they reset the fouls here in the second quarter.
Yeah, in the first quarter, Dowling was 8 out of 11 from the field for 73%. Compared to Waukee was 5 out of 10 for 50. Dowling was 3 of 4 from the three-point range. Waukee Northwest was 1 out of 4. Dowling out-rebounded them 5-3 in the first quarter. All were defensive rebounds. We were getting a load of offensive rebounds here in the second quarter.
24-14, Dowling by 10. Make it 11 as a free throw is good by Ellie Moeller. Makes them both, and she has 11 points. Maroons are 3 out of 4 at the free throw line in the contest. 25-14. Dowling with the lead. And Waukee Northwest with the basketball. Here's Billick with it. Goes to the basket from the left side. It shoots and scores. Nice quick move that time by Vanna Billick for the Wolves, and she has 11 points. Or 9 points, excuse me. 9 points for Billick. 25-16 Dowling, as we're under 4.5 minutes. Now a backdoor cut, layup good. Ellie Moeller to pass to her sister Katie, who got loose on the baseline.
That was a miscommunication on defense. Waukee Northwest was in a 2-3 zone, but the bottom person forgot and thought it was man-to-man and left her spot.
All right, with the basketball is Burpo. Top of the key, it goes to Billick. Now they get it to underneath, and a running jumper good by McCann. Sadie McCann with her first basket of the night. 27-18 Dowling as we approach the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Place starting to get packed here at the Dowling Gym on this girls and boys basketball doubleheader. And now underneath is Sears, and her shot up and good. And Mike, you talked about it in the pregame, complementary players. There's one of them. Adrian Sears. We've seen Tess Carmichael step up. Those are important for the Maroons for their success.
It is, especially since they've kind of shut down Katie so far. They're getting good contributions from other folks tonight.
Sears with 7 points, 29-18, Dowling by 11. And now we've got a whistle and a foul on Dowling, and that'll be on Adrian Sears. That'll be her first team foul on the Maroons here in the second quarter. Both teams with a foul apiece with 3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Substitutions. Tanya Leverage checking in along with Logan Vogt for Waukee Northwest. Grace McCann was in there briefly, and now she'll take a seat on the bench along with Burpo. And I think the Wolves are back to their starting 5. All right, here's Billick, pull-up jumper. Good, Croat, pull-up jumper, right elbow. She has 5 points. And it's 29-20, Dowling's lead now 9. Katie Moore, double team. Now picks up her dribble, gets to Sears. Adrian lost the basketball and stolen away by McCann. A hustle play by McCann. Lead pass goes to Croat, and she can't handle the throw as it was overthrown. It'll be Dowling basketball and full court pressure here by the Wolves. Grace McCann will check in and give Billick a breather with under 3 minutes to play. Halftime, we'll catch up with Dowling boys basketball coach Justin Einerson. We'll preview the Dowling and Waukee Northwest boys game, which follows right here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. All right, here's Katie Moeller at the free throw line, guarded by Janya Leverage. Now in the corner, underneath they work to Ellie Moeller. Her shot up and good. Got the assist from her sister Nikki, and the basket is good by Ellie. She'll have a chance for an and one. Fouls on Logan Vogt, her second. .13 points now for Ellie Muller, and the free throw good. So she completes a traditional three-point play, has 14 points to lead Dowling, and Maroons by 12, 32-20. Dowling's largest lead of the night, with 2:30 remaining here in the second quarter from the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines. Glad you could join us. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadeo. CIML Class 5A girls basketball, the final regular season games for both these teams. They have 8 days off before they open up the tournaments. And now a long three good by Sadie McCann. She got herself set, got her shoulders squared, and McCann with 5 points, and that is her 22nd three of the year, Mike, and a nice play that time by the Wolves.
It was a nice offensive set to get a three-point shot there.
Now Vogt causes the steal. Dowling with the turnover, and Vogt has the basketball. Overplaying the passing lane that time was Logan, and she has the basketball. Dribbles baseline against Ellie Muller, and the shot is blocked out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball. Logan attacked the glass, and Ellie got the block shot. Maroons facing full court pressure here.
Well, some of the folks behind us might not agree with that call, but I think it was a good call.
You're not talking about the boys basketball coach back here, because he's always looking for that call.
Yeah, he's quiet. He just does observing.
Oh, he's quiet now because he's not in the Tom Donahue media zone. That's why he's quiet. Wait till that all changes. When they get in front of those chairs, they're a different person. All right, Dowling breaks the press. Ellie Muller, top of the key with it. Minute 35 to go in the half. We're kidding about is Justin Einerson, the Dowling boys coach, is down here to watch this girls game. Place is filling up. Keep looking, and the balcony's getting full. The bleachers filling behind us. Great crowd for a Friday night to watch two of the top 5 teams in both girls and boys basketball. 6 on the shot clock. Backdoor cut, layup is good by Maddie Rice. The assist to Ellie Muller.
A nice backdoor setup there.
Rice with her 8th point. Another complimentary prayer. Her and Sears contributing tonight. All right, here's Danberg with it. Now they leave it. A long three for Billick. It's no good. Rebound, Katie Muller. Katie held to 2 points thus far, but everybody else is stepping up for the Maroons. Katie is second leading scorer on the Maroons and has held to 2. Now Katie underneath, shot off the glass, rims out, gets her own rebound to put back up, and no good. Can't buy a basket all of a sudden for Katie. Rebound Northwest. Wolves with it in the front court. Here's Croat with it. Guarded by Nikki Moeller. 23 on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock. 2-second differential. Now underneath, and a shot off the glass. Up and good by Cassidy Danberg. Nice smooth shot by Cassidy, the 6'1 junior. Her first 2 points. Full court pressure by the Wolves, and a whistle in the backcourt foul on Katie Moeller as Sears' pass was deflected there. Mike?
Yeah, I think that was one she'd want to hold on to next time. They wanted to go for the last shot. You have 10.3 seconds left, and now they're going to Waukee get the last shot and a half here, most likely.
They have the last possession, at least starting out. 10 seconds remaining. Wolves with the basketball, both teams with 2 fouls each. Dowling's got fouls to give if they need them. Now here is Croat with a step back 3. Good. Romy Croat. That'll end the first half of play here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Our score, Dowling Catholic 34 and the Waukee Northwest Wolves 28. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadeus. Note to our stations, we'll take a 2-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. As our halftime score, Dowling Catholic 34, Waukee Northwest 28. Back in 2 minutes along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Lumen Media of the Diocese of Sioux City Office of Communications has the following items in the next Lumen Notes e-newsletter. Bishop Keener pens a letter on Lent. Father Brad Pelzel discusses all things Lent on the podcast. The Deacon community builds beds for kids. And Briarcliff University hosts a Franciscan Values panel on the current immigration crisis. See these features, listen to the Illuminating Catholics podcast, and check out parish and school news and events in Lumen Notes.
I'm Father Thomas Loya, and this week on Light of the East on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, hide not your face from your servant, for I am in distress. Answer quickly. Come close to my soul and redeem me. Let your saving help, O God, protect me. The words of fallen Adam and Eve as Lent now begins in the Eastern Catholic churches. Light of the East, Sunday mornings at 10:30 on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for programming provided by Iowa Wealth Management, a fee-only investment advisory firm helping clients grow and protect their wealth, offering personalized investment strategies as well as financial and estate planning. Learn more at iowawealth.com, committed to creating peace and purpose in your finances.
The true purpose of high school sports is not about playing time or winning trophies. It's not about getting college scholarships or going pro. If that's your focus, you're missing the point. High school sports are about teaching life lessons and helping students become better people. While winning is the goal, growing is the purpose of high school sports, and we believe that is worth protecting.
Let's join together to protect the purpose of high school sports. Visit protectthepurpose.com. This message presented by the NFHS and the IGHSAU.
Back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Friday night, high school girls and boys basketball in the Central Iowa Metro League Conference. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale as Dowling girls leading at halftime 34-28 in a battle of two of the top 5 teams in Class 5A girls. Maroons ranked 3rd, Waukee Northwest ranked 2nd, and now joined by Justin Einertson, the Dowling boys basketball coach, taking on Waukee Northwest for the 2nd time this year. And Coach Einertson, thanks for joining us. Best of luck to you and the Maroons tonight. Appreciate you stopping up.
Good to be here. Great atmosphere, great vibe. Dance team's out there killing it, ready to go.
Yeah, and you just get the old scouting report out. Okay, Waukee Northwest, let's see. Oh, Colin Rice and Landon Davis, they are giant killers. They were the first meeting when they knocked the Maroons down by 20, but they got a lot of complimentary players. I was impressed with Heitland, but this Nash Kukin, he can shoot. And this Isaiah Oliver, I'll tell you what, I think he led the team in assists that game where he came out of nowhere, didn't score a whole lot of points. So they got a very complimentary team under head coach Brett Watson, coach.
Yeah, Oliver's dad, Dean, was an assistant at Wisconsin. And nights like this, I wish he still was. But, yeah, Isaiah's been a great compliment to them because they have 2 really good shooters and 2 really, really, really good post players. So it's basically like the perfect team on paper. So it's a good chance for us to see where we're at, see if we got better over the last 3 weeks, and we feel like we did.
Well, you're on a run yourself. A nice win over Southeast Polk, and a week ago over 10th ranked Ankeny. I think they moved up. They lost and moved up in the rankings. So credit
there were some
to
conversations about that
around
around
the
the
area.
area.
Something?
Yep. Urbandale student section had a couple thoughts last night.
I'll bet they did.
That was a great game too.
That was. But let's talk about your team a little bit. We know that Evan Mitchell will not play for a while. You're kind of hurting the post there, so Evan will not play. But you got other kids that stepped up, and they certainly did against Southeast Polk in a game that you pulled away from late on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we came out with the exact fire we wanted. We actually had an early lead and then let it slip, just went cold for a while. And then we're really, really sharp in the third quarter, which has kind of been our time through the course of this year. So that was nice to see. You know, you always want to get 32 great minutes. We didn't quite get that on Tuesday, so hopefully we get it tonight because we'll need all 32 of them.
Yeah, your bigs did a good job the first time you played Waukee Northwest, and others had, the complimentary players didn't step up, and I think Waukee Northwest had a lot to do with that. And tonight, that's got to change. Your bigs are playing well above the rim. They're rim protectors and they're rim extenders. They love to play up there, Charlie Crane and Alfred Coley, but everybody else has to step up. And I think Noah Martins is really starting to quarterback this team. The last 2 games, he's been my MVP because the way he runs the team.
Yeah, I feel good about what the bigs are doing. The guards are doing a great job of getting the ball into them and playing off of them. I think it's a big night for our wings offensively. You know, we know what we're going to get defensively from Nate and Maddox, from Gio. On the defensive end, what kind of boost can we get from them offensively? Because, Colin Rice went off in the first game. He scored 34. If you take that down to a more manageable number and our wings beat their wings, I think we're in pretty good shape. So, there were a lot of things we took from that film that I think made us better. It made us better going in that Friday night and beating Urbandale on the road. That was a really big win for us, and a lot of that came from what we experienced on Tuesday.
We're visiting with Justin Anderson, Dowling boys basketball coach, previewing Game 2, Dowling and Waukee Northwest here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale. And Coach Burkert, you got a special question for Coach Anderson we'd love to ask on Iowa Catholic Radio, because he spends all day. He doesn't go to the golf course. He just
I know
spends
he
all
doesn't
day.
chat GPT it, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't do that. Hopefully you're okay with the questions I ask.
Always.
Okay. One of the first question I've got for you is, it's important as a coach you want to control the game tempo. What is kind of your thoughts of philosophy? Do you do it with offensive sets or kind of defensive strategy like a pass or a press, half-court trap, switching up defenses?
Defensively this year, we've been pretty straightforward. Coach Nicholson and Coach Young have done a great job with their scouting and defensive plans. I really handed all that off to them, and they have the same thoughts I do, which is great. There might be something I say in passing, but most of the time, if they want to speed it up with a 1-2-2 or what we call 5, which is our full court man, they have the freedom to do it, and it's always well timed. Offensively, I think we're doing both this year. Last 2 years we've been a pretty high octane team. And this year with 2 bigs, we just don't have the space we used to have. That's because bigs tend to have more help in the lane naturally, because they tend not to be 40% three-point shooters. They tend not to be great off the dribble in comparison to guards. So with that said, we have controlled tempo a lot more, especially with the lead, with set plays. But I really believe in both. I would love to go out there and try to score 80 points every night, but with 2 bigs, if we can shoot 55 or 60% from the field like we did the other night, we know we're going to be in a really good position.
All right, well, Coach, we look forward to talking to you at the end of the night. Hopefully that's good on Friday night. Last girl boy doubleheader of the year.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You go your separate ways. After night, you got a game tomorrow. Turn around and play Norwalk right here at noon. I'll try to make it, but we're not going to be on radio. I'll try to make it, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, just pretend. Just sit up here and pretend.
I'll pretend, yeah. Oh, they'll sell this booth here. This will be sold. It'll be probably somebody wanted at an auction, at Dowling.
I hope so. We could use a nice Saturday crowd. Norwalk's very tough as well, and I tell you what, as soon as we turn the page of this one tonight, we'll be moving straight over there.
And you're turning the page because your brackets for Class 4A come out Monday, so this game tonight and tomorrow's game against Norwalk counts for everybody, so it's very important.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this one is against one of the, I think, the best team in the state. But then Norwalk has been hovering around that top 10. So both games are very important as far as Monday's concerned. But right now we're just focused on tonight. We'll turn it over when it's time.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Justin Einertson joined us here at halftime alongside Mike Burkett. I am Mark Amadale. We'll return to the Dowling Gym after this 1-minute break. 34-28, the Dowling girls lead Waukee Northwest here at halftime of Game 1. We'll return after this 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Gentlemen, would you like to know what a woman's greatest desire is? I am Father Thomas Loya with a Theology of the Body moment for the Tabor Life Institute. Women have an open space inside their bodies. It's called the womb. By its very nature, an open space seeks to be filled. A woman's greatest desire, therefore, is to be fulfilled through intimate, meaningful relationship. This is why, gentlemen, women need to actually hear the words, I love you. Pope John Paul II said that man is the one who loves, and woman is the one who is loved. In the order of creation, it is all about the bride. And men actually become real men by making sure it is all about the bride. This is because men have the same body as Jesus Christ. And for Jesus Christ, it was all about his bride. To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. taborlife.org.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines. Alongside Mike Burkett, I am Mark Amadale, just about ready for the second half to start. Our next break, we will get our top 10 in Class 5A rankings that came out on Wednesday, February 11th, just a few days ago, so we'll get those. Brackets are already out. Dowling with the ball first. They work underneath the Moeller. Pass is overthrown. She retrieves it, gets the ball up, and no good. Offensive rebound, Ellie Moeller, and drew the foul. That foul will be on Croat with her first foul. First team foul on the Wolves here in the second half. Dowling 34, Waukee Northwest 28. Moeller's first free throw, no good. Ellie had 14 points in the first half and went 4 of 5 at the free throw line. Second free throw, no good. Missed them both. And the rebound, Waukee Northwest and Cassidy Danberg. Gets it to Croat. Romy dribbling up the floor. Gets it to Vogt. Now back to Croat. On a cut, here's McCann with it. Dribbles at the free throw line. Down the lane with the left hand. Loses out of bounds. And it'll be Northwest basketball, I believe. Wolves were led in the first half by Vanna Billick's 9 points. Romy Croat with 8 points. 5 points for Sadie McCann. Now the corner three up and good by Vanna Billick. She now has 12 points. That's her second three of the night. 34-31. Dowling's 12-point lead now down to 3 as we're underway here in the third quarter, approaching the 7-minute mark. We'll get our first half stats here in a moment. Dowling in the front court with the basketball. Both teams back to their starting 5. Here's Nikki Moeller. Little help defense that time by Croat, and she loses the basketball. Here comes the Wolves in transition. Croat in the corner to Vogt. Gets cut off by Katie Moeller. They work underneath, and a shot up, and it's blocked by Ellie Moeller. Croat had her shot blocked by Ellie, and a rebound out to Dowling and Katie Moeller. Katie, step back three. It's up off the back iron, no good, and the rebound Vogt and the Wolves. Logan in the front court. Lisa for Romy Croat, who had 8 points in the first half. McCann had 5 points. 2 points each for Cassie Danburn and Victoria Burpo. And Croat shoots and scores again. She now has 11 points.
Yeah, Waukee's come out and buried a couple threes here to turn that game around.
Croat with another 3, and it's tied at 34. Now a corner 3 by Nikki Moeller is no good, but out of bounds off of Waukee Northwest. Mike, let's go ahead and start the halftime stats.
Yeah, for the second quarter, Dowling shot 33%, 5 out of 15 overall. For the first half, 13 out of 26, 50%. They were 4 of 9 from the 3-point range, 4 of 5 free throws. They had 16 rebounds, 7 offensive, 9 defensive rebounds, had 5 turnovers. Waukee for the half was 12 for 21, 57%, 4 of 9 from the three-point range. They were 7 of 11 for 64% in the second quarter, and they matched Dowling's 5 turnovers in the first half.
Dowling unofficially 4 or 5 at the free throw line in the first half. Waukee Northwest yet to attempt a free throw. Dowling with the ball looking for their first score of the second half. We're tied at 34, and underneath, Katie Muller with the shot with the left hand, no good, drew the foul. I think they're going to get vote for the foul. We'll see what Tyler Brady says. It'll be Logan Vote's third foul. Our officials tonight, Chris Lynch, Tyler Brady, who I mentioned, and Michael Joensen. And Katie Muller at the free throw line. First one good. That's just Katie's third point of the night. There's 1 field goal back in the second quarter, and Dowling was led in scoring by Ellie Muller's 14 points in the first half. Maddie Rice with 8 points. 7 points for Adrian Sears. 3 points for Tess Carmichael off the bench for the Maroons. And Katie Muller with 2 points, makes both free throws, now has 4. Nikki Muller did not score in the first half for the Maroons, and Dowling out to a 2-point lead, 36-34. Wolves with it. There's a shot in the lane, it's no good. Offensive rebound, McCann, and underneath the left hand, her shot's no good, and a whistle and a foul on Dowling. And it'll be on Katie Muller, her second foul, and free throws coming for the Wolves. And Sadie McCann, who has 5 points in this contest, will get 2 free throws here, Mike.
Yeah, after that spurt that Dowling had to kind of start this into the first quarter and being the second quarter, Waukee's come back and made it in the type of game that we thought it would be. A real tight contested. Possessions are going to count here.
Sadie's first free throw is good. Second one on the way, also good. She has 7 points. And the Wolves now 2 for 2 at the line tonight. That's their first 2 free throw attempts. Full court pressure by Waukee Northwest. Dowling gets to Sears across the timeline to Rice. Now the Wolves will drop back to man-to-man defense. 36 all. 5:15 to go here in the third quarter. Number 2, Waukee Northwest. Number 3, Dowling Catholic in this Class 5A girls contest from the Dowling Catholic gym. Play starting to fill up. Here's Ellie Muller, right block. Puts it up, and her shot is up and no good. And rebounded by Cassidy Danberg. Good job by that young lady, a 6'1 junior.
Yeah, she didn't give in to her there and made it a difficult shot. Was able to block her out and got the rebound.
All right, Janya Leverage in the lineup. Leah gave up the ball, gets it inside to the post player Danberg, and her shot is up and no good. The rebound comes out to Dowling. Tied at 36 with 4:30 remaining. Here's Katie Muller, guarded by Janya Leverage. Underneath, Muller with a little Euro step. Her shot no good and tipped out of bounds off Janya Leverage. It'll be Dowling basketball with 22 on the shot clock.
I think to those that aren't familiar with that Euro step, it looks like a travel, but it was a good offensive move by her. Just didn't get the down.
Did I not say Euro step? But they didn't hear me. I got to yell a little louder for the folks behind me.
People behind us are yelling travel.
Well, one of the guys is right behind me is going to be our guest between games, and that's just a heads up. We were going to have a between games guest, and that is Pete Peterson. He's one of the officials, retired official, but he's out evaluating these guys, and we're going to talk about officiating and the need for it, and if you're doing it, what you do to get better, and Pete's going to visit with us between games. So we will have a short post game from this girls contest. Right now, lid on the basket, tied at 36, and now underneath, a shot off the glass, good by Janya Leverage, and a foul on Dowling, as they will count the basket, and Katie Muller with her third foul. And a timeout called by Dowling. And I think Coach Meyer wants a full timeout with 3:54 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll take one with him. Waukee Northwest 38, Dowling 36. We'll take a 1-minute break along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for programming provided by Iowa Wealth Management, a fee-only investment advisory firm helping clients grow and protect their wealth, offering personalized investment strategies as well as financial and estate planning. Learn more at iowawealth.com, committed to creating peace and purpose in your finances.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Programming supported in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951 with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, online at skeffingtons.com. Thank you, Skeffington's Formal Wear, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines alongside Mike Burkett. I am Mark Amadale. Free throws coming for Janya Leverage, and she hits the free throw to complete the traditional three-point play. She has 3 points off the bench tonight. 39-36, Waukee Northwest by 3 over Dowling. Maroons have it in the front court, left to right in front of us. Dowling in their home white uniforms, maroon trim. And on the baseline, Maddie Rice tries to get the pass over to Nikki Moeller, and shot, ball knocked out of bounds. Now you got all my scouting reports from my granddaughter, and she's taking my marker, so I'm done for the night.
Here you go. I got one.
All right, Dowling with the ball, and now a pass over to Nikki Moeller. Saves it from going out of bounds. Nikki dribbles baseline, puts up a shot, good. Right over Vanna Bullock.
That was a big shot by Katie there. They needed that offensively. They looked a little disjointed there, but she was able to.
And she's playing with 3 fouls.
Yes.
39-38, Waukee Northwest. Underneath is Burpo, who's in there. Her shot's no good, and Tess Carmichael with the rebound. A traveling called on Carmichael. Couldn't get to a jump stop, and there's Janya Leverage right around her, causing the mix-up. Substitution, they're going to take Maddie Rice out of the lineup and replace her with Sears. So Adrian Sears in the Dowling lineup, number 31. That'll be Carmichael, Sears, Nikki Moeller, along with her 2 sisters, Katie and Ellie, for Dowling. Wolves inbound the ball, Croat with it. Romy on the dribble, guarded by Tess Carmichael. Gets it to Danberg. Now to Billick. Back to Croat. Now they work the right side. Underneath to Danberg. Her shot too strong off the glass. Rebound Dowling and Ellie Moeller. One and done is Waukee Northwest. Wolves by 1. Dowling with the ball. 2:40 remaining. Third quarter. Here's Ellie Moeller. Underneath against Danberg. Shot is blocked. Great move by Danberg. And Ellie lost her balance and had her shot blocked. Wolves in the front court. Here's Croat with it. Leaves it for Grace McCann, who's in there. As both McCann sisters are now playing. Now underneath is Sadie McCann. Gets it out to Danberg for 3. It's no good. Rebound slapped around and picked off by Northwest. Layup good. That's Grace McCann with the basket there, Mike.
That was a nice hustle play by her to get the rebound and got her right back. Left-handed layup back in.
Yeah, she didn't hustle back down, and she stayed back. And now underneath, Katie Moeller's shot is blocked by Croat, but she drew the foul, and that'll be Romy's second foul, and free throws coming for Katie Moeller. With 1:54 to go here in the third quarter, Dowling and Waukee Northwest. The Wolves lead by 3, but 2 free throws coming for Dowling. First one up and good by Katie Moeller, who has 5 of her 7 points here in the third quarter. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Fast Signs in Clive, Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Construction Professionals. Both free throws now good as Katie Moeller hits them both. She has 8 points, and it's 41-40, Northwest by 1. Waukee Northwest won the previous meeting back on January 13th, a month ago, 43-40 at the Northwest Gym, and this is the rematch. Both teams will have 8 days off. They both get a bye, and they will be playing a week from tomorrow in the semifinals of Class 5A, and now a shot up and no good. Rebounded by Ellie Muller and Vonna Billick, and a tie-up, and it'll be possession arrow Northwest. As Logan Vogt checking back in the lineup for Northwest, replacing Grace McCann. Croat throwing it in. Gets it to Vogt. Left wing to Danberg. Cassie dribbles to the left elbow. Leaves it for Croat, and a whistle and a foul called on Dowling. And that'll be on Sears, her second. And 3 free throws coming as Croat was behind the arc. And 3 free throws coming for Romy, who has 11 points tonight for Northwest. Billick leading the way with 12 points for the Wolves. First free throw good. I want to thank Iowa Wealth Management, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, gentlemen. Second free throw no good by Croat. Bozen.com. That's the best advice I can give anybody right now. Tom Bozen and the folks there will take care of you. Third free throw is good. So she goes 2 for 3 and has 13 points, does Romy Croat. And we've got a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Minute 23 remaining here in the third quarter. It's 43-40. Waukee Northwest leads Dowling. Back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
After 18 years of working with them, I've met countless teenagers who walk through life like wounded puppies. Guys dying for someone to tell them they matter, and girls waiting for someone to build them up and tell them they're beautiful. My goal is to tell my little girls, you're beautiful, so many times that when a guy says, baby, you're beautiful, they say, I know, my dad's been saying that since I was 2. But ultimately, there's a sense of inner beauty and worth that their dad can't even give them. They have to find it for themselves. They have to find it in God. And as they do, they become men and women who have an inner strength, inner beauty, and sense of who they are that doesn't depend on any worldly affirmation. They become men and women who walk through life like royalty. And nothing is more beautiful than that. Where do you get your sense of beauty and worth from? This is Chris Stefanik from reallifecatholic.com.
KIHS, Perry, KDVM, Mason City, KCSL, Spencer.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines out of the timeout. Dowling with the steal on Waukee Northwest possession, and then the Maroons get it across timeout. Another timeout here, Mike. We'll keep it here.
Well, what happened was Waukee Northwest put the full court press on after the timeout, and Dowling just couldn't get the ball off the floor. And as it was going to hit the 25-second mark, Coach met the referee out about half court calling timeout.
26 on the shot clock, which means when it goes to 25, that's a 10-second count.
Yeah.
And Coach Meyer saw that and called the timeout, so that's why it was burnt. And we were coming out of the break.
Dowling struggled with getting the ball up. Sears stumbled with it in the corner there. Now the new 10 seconds, so that helps.
That's true. Dowling jumped out to a 20-11 first quarter lead. Northwest came back. They outscored Dowling 17-14 in the second quarter, as Maroons led 34-28 at halftime. It's been a great fourth quarter for Northwest, and now we've got another timeout called, I believe.
It was an inadvertent whistle.
Oh, inadvertent whistle by, the officiating crew. So
he thought that Coach called timeout, and he stopped the play.
So we have 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 23 in the shot clock. They're going to give the ball back to Dowling. I don't know if they're going to do anything to the clock or the timer, but it's an inadvertent whistle and just a stoppage, I'm guessing.
I had to take my earphones off to listen to what he's saying here.
Well, they're talking to the right guy. Todd Crandall's the rules expert. At least he is in football. I don't know about basketball, but
What's that?
They're not putting any time on the clock. So
no, they actually took it off. 2 seconds.
2 seconds. All right. So, all right. The Maroons inbound the ball. 20 on the shot clock. And we're approaching 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. Here's Katie Muller coming off the ball screen. Tries to kick it over in the corner to Rice. It's stolen away by Croat. Romy with it in the front court. Gets it off to Vogt. Logan back to Croat. And Dowling will have an opportunity to have maybe the last shot, last possession of the first half. Croat with it, coming off a ball screen by Vogt. Skips it over to Danberg. Now to Vogt. Wolves running their offense. 13 on the shot clock. Croat coming off a ball screen by Vogt. Nearly lost it. Gets it over to Vogt. She'll launch the three in the corner. It's no good. And the rebound Sears. And the Maroons have it with 22 on the shot clock, which is turned off. So 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Waukee Northwest leads by 3, 43-40 over Dowling. Packed house here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. The final girl-boy doubleheader. Here's Muller underneath. Ellie with the shot, no good. And the rebound, Croat. She'll launch it at half court. It's no good. And we have come to the end of the third quarter from the Dowling Catholic Gym. It's Waukee Northwest leading Dowling 43-40. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Do you believe in the importance of Catholic education? Do you owe Iowa income tax this year? Consider a gift to the Catholic Tuition Organization to help worthy students attend Catholic schools in the diocese and receive an Iowa tax credit of 75% of your donation. If you give $1,000 to CTO, you'll receive a tax credit of $750. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym, underway here in the fourth quarter. Wolves with the lead, Dowling with the basketball. Here's Sears with it for the Maroons. Gets it over to Maddie Rice for three. Good. Corner three, left side. Maddie Rice with her 11th point. That's her first basket of the second half. And the Maroons have tied the game at 43-all as we're underway here in the fourth quarter. Right to left, Waukee Northwest. Underneath Danberg, her shot too strong off the glass. I think she was anticipating an Ellie Muller block shot, and a rebound out to Dowling, Mike.
Yeah, she went flying by her there and didn't realize she was wide open all of a sudden.
Tied at 4-3. Here's Sears, uncontested layup, good. As she got around McCann for the basket. Adrian Sears with 9 points. That's her first basket of the second half. 45-43 Dowling. Maroons have led by as many as 12. The Wolves have led by as many as 3. The fouls have been reset to start the fourth quarter. Now we're going to see a substitution for Sam Powell as Victoria Burpo, 6'2 sophomore, will check in for Danberg. Cassidy a seat on the bench. No, Vogt's going to, must have blood. Yep, so we've got a timeout, and we'll keep it here with 6:58 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dowling leading 45-43 alongside Mike Burkert. I am Mark Amadale. Mike, look at the stats through three quarters.
Yeah, in the third quarter, Dowling was outscored 15-6. A lot of that was a result of 1 of 8 shooting from the field, which was 13%. They have, compared to Waukee, was 4 out of 12 for 33%. Dowling was 4 of 6 from the free throws. Waukee 5 of 6. Waukee out-rebounded them 8-6 in the third quarter. Dowling had 4 turnovers, which were critical. Waukee had 0.
All right, let's look at the numbers. Thank you, Mike Burkert, for that. Wolves with the basketball, right to left in front of us, wearing their road black uniforms. Underneath, they go to Burpold. Spins in the lane against Ellie Moeller, and she travels with the basketball. Shifted her pivot foot, and
that was the Asian step, not the European one.
Not the European one. And now Vogt will check back in the lineup. I want to thank our folks from CISN. They'll be with us for both games tonight. Our director is Aaron Bandy, and our camera operators are Marion Bailey and Sammy Nord. Appreciate them. Full court pressure by Northwest, and now Ellie Moeller has the ball stripped away, and a layup up and good by McCann off the steal. She has 9 points. Now the Wolves with the pressure again, but this time Katie Moeller gets it to her sister Nikki for 3. Good! The Maroons make them pay after Northwest pressured the ball, and Nikki Moeller with her first 3 of the night, her 31st of the year. And Dowling up 3, 48-45 here, Mike.
Yeah, that was one of those make some lemonade out of lemons.
Now off the glass, a strong move up and good by Romy Croat. Croat, their leading scorer, with 14 points for the Wolves. And she has 15 points tonight on that basket. She has a pair of 3 threes in the contest. 48-47, Dowling by 1. Now the Wolves have the basketball. Croat guarded by Sears, and we got an a blocking foul called on Sears. Adrian with her 3rd foul, so her and Katie Moeller with 3 fouls each for Dowling. Vogt has 3 fouls for Northwest.
That one could have gone either way, I think.
I think the definitive action there when Tyler Brady called that was when Vogt set the screen, she stayed squared up, and that's all you have to do. You start getting that hip out or widening those elbows, that's an illegal screen. She did a good job there. Tough break for the Dowling fans, but the right call. And here we go.
Could have been the 4th foul on Vogt also, which was critical.
Wolves with the basketball. Here's McCann with it. Works the right side over to Vogt. Logan looking inside, trying to get it to Danburn. Can't do it. Now reverse it out to Croat. Romy with it, guarded by Tess Carmichael is in there. Now the ball deflected by Nikki Moeller into the hands of Katie. Katie works the right side. Getting back on defense is the Wolves, and now Katie pull-up jumper, good. As Billick hit the deck, and Katie Moeller made her pay. That's her 11th point and her first 3 of the night. 50-47, Dowling by 3.
Back and forth now.
All right, here's Danberg in the lane, kicks it out to Vogt. Now Croat, pull-up jumper from the right elbow, no good. Rebound, Katie Moeller. One and done are the Wolves. Katie in the front court, guarded by Vogt. Now they're looking inside to Ellie Moeller, who's battling in there. That's something away from the ball. Katie down the lane, scoop shot up, no good. And the rebound out to Sadie McCann. Sadie McCann, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound Dowling. Lid on the basket. Maroons by 3 in the basketball with 4:20 to go. Sears getting ready to check in for the Maroons. Here's Katie Moeller. Underneath to her sister, and a whistle and a foul on Danberg, I'm sure. It'll be out of bounds to Dowling.
Yeah, she didn't dispute that one. She shook her head. Yep, I got her.
So Danberg with her 2nd foul. First team foul on the Wolves here in the 4th quarter. Dowling with 1 team foul. Sears back in the lineup. Carmichael on the bench. And it'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:15 to go here in the 4th quarter. Our score, Dowling Catholic 50. Waukee Northwest 47 alongside Mike Burkert. I am Mark Amadale, back with more on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
No doubt you've heard how the Pilgrims fled religious persecution in England, but have you ever heard how the Catholics were persecuted there? Recent scholarship such as Eamon Duffy's book, The Stripping of the Altar, showed that the vast majority of the English people did not freely choose to leave the Catholic Church, but were coerced into it. In fact, prior to King Henry VIII's break with Rome, England was known throughout Europe as Mary's dowry because of its great piety. But under King Henry, Queen Elizabeth I, and others, failure to outwardly conform to the new state religion resulted in fines or imprisonment. Hiding a Catholic priest was considered a treasonable act punishable by death. Many suffered dearly, including famous martyrs like Sir Thomas More, or the 40 English martyrs that Pope John Paul II canonized. Those who openly professed Catholicism were barred from important positions in government and society well into the 1800s, and English law to this day prohibits the monarch from being a Roman Catholic. Convincing evidence also shows that William Shakespeare was one such underground Catholic, and that his plays included veiled appeals to the king for religious toleration. So let us thank God that we can freely and openly practice our faith and honor all those who could not. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Katie Moeller with the basketball. Drives baseline. A shot up and no good. Logan Vogt guilty of the foul, and that'll be her fourth. And free throws coming for Dowling. Maroons lead it by 3 with 4:06 to go here in the fourth quarter. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadell. Good move by Katie Moeller. They got her isolated against Vogt.
It was. There's a set play, I think, coming out of the timeout. It worked well for them.
Katie with 12 points. She held to 2 points in the first half. Second free throw good. She is 6 for 6 to the line and has 13 points. And for Vogt, that's her fourth foul with 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Dowling by 5. Wolves with the basketball. Danberg, three-point line extended. These are for Billick. Guarded by Katie Moeller. Now here's McCann. Sadie with it. Loses her feet, but gets back up. Guarded by Nikki Moeller. Here's McCann, dribbles the free throw line, stops, looking, gets to Croat, guarded by Sears. Croat coming off a ball string, in the lane, can't get the shot off. 4 on the shot clock. Underneath, the shot blocked out of bounds by Moeller, and it'll be a shot clock violation, so Katie Moeller, or check that, Ellie Moeller gets credit for the block shot, and Dowling gets credit for forcing a turnover on the shot clock violation.
That was really good defense by Dowling Catholic that time. Didn't allow an open shot and got the shot clock to run out.
3:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling 52, Waukee Northwest 47. Dowling ranked third, Northwest ranked second. Corner three by Nikki Moeller, no good. The Maroons break the press. Croat comes out the rebound. Romy in the front court. Gets it out to McCann, left wing. Guarded by Maddie Rice. Dowling stays man-to-man now. Danberg with it, spins in the lane against Moeller. Her turnaround shot, good. Gets the back of the rim. And Danberg with her fourth point tonight. 52-49 Dowling. The ball tipped out of bounds by Northwest. They bring on that press, and the Maroons have had trouble with it at times. As Katie Moeller will inbound the ball, they get a brand new 10 seconds to get it across the timeline. Dowling does. And a whistle and a foul as Croat fouls Sears. Adrian took a shot to the jaw. Croat her third foul.
It's a 13 foul on Waukee Northwest. Dowling has 1 in the fourth quarter so far.
Now the Maroons inbound the ball. Maddie Rice gets it in. Now they swing it over to Sears, dribbling baseline. As the Wolves switch, they get it out to Rice for 3. It's no good. Fight for the rebound, and tracking it down is Jania Leverage, who's in there. Leah Jania Leverage dribbles across the timeline. 5'9" junior. Has been injured part of the year with an ankle injury. Played in 5 games and then has responded. Now they lead it inside to Croat. The ball tipped out of bounds. Off of Northwest. It'll be Dowling basketball. And here's the press coming by Sam Powell's group. Maroons leading by 3 with 2:20 to go. Maroons get it into Ellie Moeller, back to Katie Moeller. They keep the ball in the center of the court. Now to Sears. Adrian, a power dribble, gets it down to Ellie Moeller. 20 on the shot clock, so Ellie spins in the lane, double team, kicks it out to Maddie Rice for 3, up, in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound, and coming away with it, Nikki Moeller, the weak side rebound. And Dowling a brand new shot clock. Here's Maddie Rice underneath to Ellie Moeller. Shot off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound and is fouled. And free throws coming for the Maroons. And that was quite a flurry there offensively for Dowling. And that foul will be on Romy Croat. That's her fourth foul. With 1:47 remaining in the fourth quarter, Dowling by 3 and free throws coming for Ellie Moeller. First one up and good. So Ellie went 4 of 5 in the first half and was 0 for 2 here in the second half. Now she's 1 for 3. First one up and good. And she is, that's her first points of the second half, has 15 points. Second free throw for Ellie. In and out, no good. Fight for the rebound. Out of bounds. They say it went off of Katie Muller. And it'll be Northwest possession. Dowling by 4 with 1:45 to play. Timeouts remaining. Maroons have 3. Waukee Northwest has 2 remaining. Northwest with 4 team fouls here in the fourth quarter. Dowling with 1. McCann with it. Coming off a ball screen by Billick. Picks up the basketball, now dribbles, and a shot up and no good. And the rebound, Dowling and Katie Muller. She's double teamed. Gets it to Sears. Foul in the backcourt on Grace McCann, who just checked in. So that'll be free throws coming for Dowling. As the Maroons are now in the penalty, Mike Burkert, with 1:17 to play in the fourth quarter.
I hate to say it, but they could be in the driver's seat if they hit these two to make it it's a 2-possession game right now, but to stretch it to a 6-point lead would be crucial at this point.
Sears at the line. And the first one up and good. Adrian, an 86% free throw shooter. I didn't want to give her the announcer's jinx, but she leads Dowling at the free throw line.
Found every part of the rim on that one.
It's the first one. She now has 10 points. Dowling by 5. Second free throw coming. Up and off the back iron, no good. And rebound, Danberg and Northwest. Out to Croat. Lead pass to Vogt. Dribbles baseline. And a whistle and a foul on Dowling. It'll be out of bounds as Katie Muller picks up her 4th foul. So she becomes the first Dowling player with 4 fouls. Vogt and Croat with 4 fouls each. Carmichael set to check in and will. And she will replace Katie Muller.
I think it's just for this defensive set. I think they're going to go offense-defense now with Katie with 4 fouls.
Wolves inbound the ball underneath their own basket. And they get it to Vogt. Now to Croat for 3, up and off the back iron, no good. Rebound Dowling and Maddie Rice. Maddie in the backcourt, gets it to Ellie Muller. Now to Sears. Maroons trying to play keep away, and a timeout Dowling. The clock was winding down. They had 3 seconds to get it across the timeline. Knew that wasn't going to happen, and we've got a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 57 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break. Dowling 54, Waukee Northwest 49. From the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines, we'll be back on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Enhance your prayer life, one song at a time. Enjoy sacred music wherever and whenever you want. Available now at iowacatholicradio.com, your Alexa device, or download the Iowa Catholic Radio mobile app from Google Play or the App Store. Iowa Catholic Radio is supported by our listeners and business underwriters as we connect listeners to Christ while bridging the gap between the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. If you own a business that you'd like to use to help further this mission, email Deacon Mark at iowacatholicradio.com. And we encourage you to thank the many businesses who choose to underwrite programming on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Your presence is vital as we participate in the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both.
Back to the Dowling Catholic Gym, West Des Moines. Final minute of the fourth quarter. Dowling with a 5-point lead to get the ball across the timeline. A foul on Waukee Northwest alongside Mike Burkert. I am Mark Amadale. Glad you could join us. Game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader. Whistle and a foul on Billick of Waukee Northwest. That's her first foul. And the Maroons in the double bonus. Maddie Rice at the line for her first 2 free throws tonight. First one up and good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Iowa Wealth Management, and Construction Professionals. Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here with 51 seconds remaining. Dowling will have one more free throw by Maddie Rice when they go back to the line. Maroons up 6, Mike Burkert. I want to thank Aaron Bandy, the director for CISN tonight, along with Sam Nord and Marion Bailey, our camera operators. Roman Wilkham, part of the Dowling boys swim team, is going to swim for state tomorrow. Roman, part of that team. with us tonight. His dad, Matt, kind of going back and forth to the studios. They get homework done and regular work done, I guess, with Dad. And we appreciate Matt and Roman Wilkin running our board here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Mike Burkert, thank you for coming out. I know golfing weather is getting there. I love it when you come up with those questions with Coach Einertsen, because I was like, what are you going to ask him next? Stuff that I don't ask. So I love that stuff. That's awesome.
I had two more that
I know you did.
I'll have to save those for next year because I won't get to do any more with him this year.
Well, that's right. Yeah, this is a finals girl-boy doubleheader. Dowling girls will be in action. Their next game will be 1 week from tomorrow as the Dowling girls, as will Waukee Northwest. That'll be on Saturday, February 21st, a week from tomorrow, as both Dowling and Waukee Northwest have first-round byes. And Rice's free throw is good.
Making a 3-possession game, which is crucial at this point in time with 43 seconds to go.
Maddie Rice with 13 points. Here's Billick for 3 at the top of the key. It's no good. Offensive rebound. McCann, and Grace McCann guilty of the double dribble turnover. 38 seconds remaining. Dowling girls up 7. Trying to split the series between Waukee Northwest and the Maroons. Dowling won the first 9 games of the series. This is Waukee Northwest's 5th year as a high school. Maroons had won every game until a month ago, and Northwest handed Dowling a 43-40 loss at the Northwest Gym back on January 13th. And tonight, Maroons trying to turn the tide. Ellie Muller dribbling up against a double team, and we got a whistle and a reach-in foul on the Wolves.
That's her 5th
And that'll
foul.
be Logan Vogt, and she'll foul out with 2 points with 31 seconds remaining. So Logan Vogt is fouled out, been the first casualty of the night. Now this game is important, and not so much the seeding for the regionals, but Mike, this could, if both teams get through their regionals, this game is very important for seeding at state. And Dowling takes the second game, which is kind of what they sometimes look at as a free throw is up and good by Ellie Muller, who has 16 points. Second free throw good, 17 points for Muller. And Dowling leading 58-49. Wolves in the front court, and a whistle and a foul on Carmichael.
Yeah, I don't think Coach wanted that foul there.
They had a foul to give.
Yeah, but
and maybe another.
But you still got one clock to run.
24 seconds remaining. Dowling up 9 over the second-ranked Wolves. They work the ball in, and the ball is deflected by Nikki Muller right into Romy Croat, who was still out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball. Heads-up move that time by the freshman, Nikki Muller. And we're going to talk a little about that in our brief post-game show. I stretched that because we were talking officiating between games, so folks want to stay tuned. And we hope, I think CISN is going to pick this up too. Adrian Sears, Maddie Rice, and now Nikki Muller, complimentary players. And they have played big tonight to go along with the Katie and Ellie Muller show.
Yeah, right now Dowling has 4 of their 5 starters in double figures, and Waukee now is just dropping back, sort of conceding at this point to it's going to end up a 58-49 game.
20 seconds remaining. Dowling's got to get it across the timeline, and Sears does, as she's guarded by Liv Brown, who's in number 30 for the Wolves. And that might do it. 7 seconds remaining, and Dowling and Waukee Northwest are going to split the series this year. Final score tonight, 58-49. The Dowling girls knock off second-ranked Waukee Northwest, and both teams conclude the regular season. Dowling record improves to 18-3 as they go to the postseason, and Waukee Northwest closes out their season with a record of 15-5. Both teams get a bye on Wednesday and advance to the 5A semifinals on Saturday, February 21st, 1 week from tomorrow. Final score, Dowling 58, Waukee Northwest 49. We will take a 1-minute break, come back with a brief recap, and we'll have a special interview between games tonight here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN. Back in 1 minute.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Minute. Have you ever heard someone say, "Oh, another birthday"? They actually object to celebrating their birthday. G.K. Chesterton says, "A man's birthday reminds him that he is alive, when his immediate affairs would only remind him that he is at work or at play or in business or in debt. Your birthday is a chance to celebrate being born, and being born is a reason to rejoice. The best birthday gift any of us has ever received was the first one, the gift of life itself." Chesterton says, "Every time a baby is born, it is as if God has created a new sun and a new moon, because there's a new soul gazing out at creation." So, happy birthday. Want more than a minute? Chesterton.org.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines. Post-game show following the Dowling girls win over Waukee Northwest 58-49. The two teams split during the regular season. Northwest winning the first matchup 43-40 a month ago back on January 13th. And here tonight on Friday, February 13th, the Dowling girls will win 58-49 to improve their record to 18-3 as they move to the playoffs. And Waukee Northwest falls to 15-4 as Mike Burkert and I are totaling up the numbers as quickly as we can. And are you all ready to go, Mike? Because we're going to make this quick as our special interviewee is here. Go ahead.
The abbreviated version so you get to the star of the show tonight. Dowling for the game was 18 of 44, 41%. They were 7 of 18 from the three-point range, compared to Waukee was 18 of 40, 45%, 6 of 15 from the three-point range. Dowling was 16 of 21 from the free throw line, while Waukee, I think, was 6 out of 7 for the game. I think the turnovers were 10 for Dowling, 11 for Waukee, but the critical part, I think, in the fourth quarter when the game was decided was that Waukee had 5 turnovers in that fourth quarter, and Dowling just had 1 turnover. So,
all right, let's take a look at the scoring real quick for the visitors for Waukee Northwest. They had 2 players in double figures, led by Romy Croats, 15 points, followed by Ivana Billick with 12 points, 9 points for Sadie McCann, 4 points for Cassidy Danberg, 3 points for Leah Januleverage off the bench, and then 2 points for Grace McCann off the bench, and Logan Vogt, one of the starters, fouling out with 31 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, had 2 points. The Wolves unofficially 5 of 6 at the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons had 3 players, make that 4 players in double figures, led by Ellie Muller, 17 points. He was followed by Katie Muller and Maddie Rice with 13 points each, 10 points for Adrian Sears. Rounding out scoring for Dowling, Nikki Muller with 3 points, and off the bench, Tess Carmichael with 3 points. Dowling unofficially 16 of 21 at the free throw line tonight. The Maroons led 20-11 at the end of the first quarter. Waukee Northwest outscored Dowling in the second quarter 17-14. The Maroons led by 6 at halftime, 34-28. The Wolves took the lead in the third quarter as they outscored Dowling 15-6 and led 43-40 over Dowling going into the fourth quarter. And the Maroons outscored the Wolves 18-6 in the fourth quarter to win it 58-49, our final. And that'll wrap up the regular season for both Waukee Northwest and Dowling Catholic. And I got a feeling these two teams are going to advance just down the freeway to downtown Des Moines at the new Casey Centers, but we'll see. They both have regionals, and they both get underway a week from tomorrow.
That's true. The way it's set up right now, according to the seedings, it looks like Dowling and Waukee Northwest will be 2 and 3, which means they should meet in the semifinals if form holds.
Mike Burkert, thank you. We got our special guest here, and we're going to try to give him as many minutes as possible.
Yes,
Mike, we will see you a week from tomorrow night here at the Dowling Gym.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark.
You bet. Mike Burkert, my broadcast partner. This is Mark Hamadale, and we're going to keep it here as we are now joined by a legendary in his own right, a guy who's, I started broadcasting many years ago, and this guy was one of the officials in like all the big games. I don't know, maybe it was just me doing the big games. I don't know, but Pete Peterson and his lovely sidekick, Mr. Steve Bebout, were legendary. They're both Hall of Famers, and they both went in 18 years ago, back in 2008. And we're joined by Mr. Pete Peterson. Pete, thanks for joining us. We're going to talk officiating And I like to do that, and I'm glad we can do it between games with our TV and radio audience. Welcome.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
I know this is a rarity, getting you on the radio.
Yeah.
Last time we did this, we had Chuck Britton on the state tournament, and they had a power outage, of course, on Broadcast Row. So
hopefully we won't have that tonight.
Everything's good. Everything's good. I said an extra Hail Mary, so we should be good. Well, Pete, let's talk about it. You've been in this business, I know you retired, you've been out for a while, but you've been helping with evaluate some of these officials, helping new officials, the clinics and camps that go on in the off season. You've got over 50 years invested into this, according to my calculations. Am I close?
That's true.
All right. Congratulations, Pete.
Thank you.
And the first thing, thanks for all you do, because I see you and your buddy over there, Bob Neswald, who's another legendary official, out here evaluating these crews, making them better, mentoring them, and rightly so. But here's the thing. We have a lot of gray hair. We need some guys with dark hair, younger guys getting into this business, and that's really what this is about. But we're here to talk officiating, getting into it, and also moving up in it a little bit, Pete.
Okay. First of all, any young official wants to get started, they need to get on the Iowa High School Athletic Association website, iahsaa.org, or the girls' website, ighsau.org. And on those websites, you can find out what you need to do to get registered, get started, rules clinics, rules meetings, tests, and then also they'll have a list of updated summer camps you can attend. If I was a young official starting out today, I would get licensed and try to do as much junior high and junior varsity basketball as I could, and then try to get hooked up with some veteran officials, and maybe start doing some small school varsity, work your way up. Patience is not what most officials can do, but that's what it takes. And if they get around good people, I have found out that the mentoring program not only helps the new young people, it helps the veterans. And I imagine you can attest to this in softball, because you're out teaching them things, and you don't want to mess it up. So you want to get in the rule book a little more, have better pre-games. So what it's done, it's helped the veterans get better, and I've seen it over the last 5 or 6 years. Guys getting better, and that's what it takes. And if we can do that, keep teaching them, and hopefully they'll take some positive feedback, we're in pretty good shape.
You know, we see a lot of guys that got into officiating, like yourself, younger days, out of college, starting their first jobs, doing that. Well, now we're seeing guys get into officiating, and I'm talking all sports, later after their families. They got the kids into college, and that's just them and the wife, or the wife and the husband. It's like, what are we going to do? And a lot of late people coming into officiating, and you can do it under the right premise. You got to have a good mentoring system. You got to have a good support system, and I think that's what we as officials try to provide. I know I'm on the softball side, you're talking the basketball side, but you pick the sport. There's a way to do that. You mentioned the websites, but just getting involved and being committed to it. That's something that we don't see a lot right now. Taking that commitment.
You got to be proactive. They say, well, how can I do this? You got to get proactive with it, get involved, and be a part of it. You can't just sit back. So we try to find good young talent. That's why I travel around the state looking for younger people that I hear good reports on, and I go watch them and watch them progress. And we try to move them slowly up the ladder, and hopefully someday they'll want to pursue state tournament level or whatever level they want. That's very rewarding to us to see that happen.
Absolutely. I know you're down there all week looking at some of the guys that maybe you had a hand in saying, hey, I think you'd make a good official. But there's a lot of conflicts that happen. You're balancing work, and you got to get to a game. And we have these 6:15 tip-offs. We have these 4:45 tip-offs in basketball. And in softball, the same way in the summer. It's making that work commitment work at our full-time jobs so we can be out in front of a crowd like this. Who wouldn't want to be in front of a crowd like this?
This is what it's all about right here.
You and Bebout would just love this stuff.
I miss it, but there comes a point in time when it's time to move on, and other people take it. So.
Well, the new generation, Pete, you had a pretty good quote. I saw John Sears, we just saw his daughter from Channel 13, Adrian Sears, play for Dowling, but you mentioned minimize the negatives and stress the positives getting into this business.
Yes.
And you mentioned that. I've taken that to heart.
most people, it drives them out, obviously, is the fans and everything. But if you get past that, I enjoyed the game of basketball, so I wanted to be around it, and I was for 50 years. And when you got older, then you started looking at it as exercise, and the money is actually getting pretty good too.
It is.
So it's worth their time to do it, and hopefully we can motivate people to get started, and they'll stick with it.
You know, these guys that officiate tonight, Chris Lynch, who also does football, he's part of the football crew that he had a few Dowling games this year. Tyler Brady, who's been a veteran, and Michael Joensen did a good job. But putting these together, Dave Rittman is the supervisor of officials for the CIML, and you also want to get on a roster. So if you're going to move up, you go through the, like you mentioned, doing junior high, some of the club teams, AAU, whatever. But then you move up, you want to get on a roster for one of these assigners, and Dave Rittman's one of the best.
Yeah, you want to get in and at least get a chance to, and there's opportunities. There are opportunities around the state. The problem is sometimes people try to get too high up too fast, and it backfires, and then we kind of lose them. So there's a process to it, and some learn faster than others, but there's always someone there to support you.
Pete, I appreciate you taking time. We've tried to make a few minutes here for you. The website for the girls, ighsau.org. Hit the officials tab, and you can register through Dragonfly. They'll also have email addresses for the various sports, so you pick your sport you want to do. We prefer basketball and softball a lot with baseball.
We find that most people officiate more than one sport.
That's right. And the boys' side, it's iahsaa.org. Again, the officials tab under new officials. So
correct.
There's the contact information. My friend, thank you for doing this.
Mark.
Thanks for all you do. And Bob Neswald, Chuck Britton, who's going to assign the officials for the girls and boys tournaments. You guys do a great job. And you're out looking. You're looking for more. And hopefully your email fills up with prospects.
I hope so too, Mark.
All right. Pete, thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take a 1-minute break, come back with pregame of the boys game between Dowling and Waukee Northwest alongside Mike Burkert. I am Mark Amadale. Jimmy Cataldo will join me next. Final score in the girls contest, Dowling Catholic 58, Waukee Northwest 49. Back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.